actually go live again because I didn't do the job that I was supposed to do. Um, my homework wasn't homeworking when I wrote things down because there were other things that I had for you last night when I went to sleep, but I didn't write them down because I guess they weren't ready. But I had a whole message for you when I got on earlier, but I couldn't give it because there was a message before that. If you understand, like I guess I had to get to the theory of no first before I could get to this part. I even had to change cards. Here we go. So, Valentine's. I did research on Valentine's. One thing I did know about Valentine's already is that there was a Valentine's Day massacre. Massacre. The massacre happened in 1929. The reason why I already had known about the Valentine's Day massacre was because I went to the museum in Las Vegas. There is a crime museum in Las Vegas. You would love to go there. You should go there. The reason why I like that museum so much is because it reminds you of America's history. If a lot of people, most people do know, America was built on crime. America was built, earliest thing is crime. From Nucky Thompson, Boardwalk Empire to modern day casinos, the stuff that we have now today, parlays on live. America was basically built on prostitution and gambling, and excuse me, booze, illegal booze. So I'm gonna give you some facts. Chicago North Side, that was the Valentine's Day massacre. That was gang violence done on Valentine's, and they felt like the day that everybody's favorite gangster would be schmoozing with their favorite loves. Most of the time it wasn't the wives, it was the side chicks, the chicks that knew how to cook the books and things of that nature. And sometimes the actual side chick was the actual main chick, and so forth and so on. So while these gangsters were huddled up with their chicks, that's when this Chicago North Side happened. Massacre happened with Al Capone. It was at 2122. Told you them twos was coming out, right? 2122 North Clark Street in Chicago on the north side, right? 2122 North Clark Street. Those are the specifics to the Valentine's Day massacre. Gang violence. Now, let's get on to the bigger thing of Valentine's. So, the original thing of Valentine's was the Festival of Lupercalia. 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 That was the festival. It was a pagan festival. It was the pagan festival of fertility, right? And they had a practice to where they would sacrifice goats and dogs, man's best friend, and for some reason they started calling all the greatest of all times goats, right? Good morning. Alex, you want to take this off? He's not good about taking off hoodies because he gets stuck in them. And he gets to panicking. I used to panic too when I got stuck in my hoodie because it's dark in there. Real quick. There you go. He feels better. Now, he's such. Where is it? Boys come out like this? It's like, what? Good morning. Good morning. So, what I was talking about as far as the Valentine's Day, the Lupercalia, the festival of Lupercalia. It was a paganistic holiday, and it was supposed to be the girls were convinced that they would soak robes, like consecrated robes, in the blood of these dogs and these goats that they were sacrificing, and They would have like the maidens and the women of the village, like they would actually come to see these knights promenade through the city, and they would gently slap the women with the blood soaked fabrics. And this was supposed to ensure fertility or some crap. I don't know, but it sounds highly paganistic, because why are we slapping blood on people? And I think this is what is definitely unhygienic. Get out of here. And definitely unhygienic, but this was a part of the paganistic holiday Valentine's back in there, and it was called the Festival of Lupercalia. And wildly enough, it was a Roman root. Roman roots. I was just saying it the other day. Like, Nicki Minaj has a song called Roman's Revenge, which and I think that's what she says, rah, rah, it's a dungeon dragon. Rah, rah, it's a dungeon dragon. Ugh, I hope she's okay, because I heard a lot of shit is going crazy in her way. And things are getting crazy with Cardi too for some reason. I don't know what's going on with these girls. But yeah, and it seemed like right around Valentine's Day, it seems like it's an uproar. So we know that Valentine is not only a paganistic holiday, it is also a ritual. There are rituals connected to this holiday. So when you're doing something repetitively in the same way, in the same measured way over amounts of years, that becomes a ritual, or you should say a routine, right? Gosh, so many things come through when I'm thinking. Roman roots. And they say that this holiday was celebrated from the 13th to the 15th. And you know, Friday was the 13th. And today is the 15th. So maybe I'm going to say, safe to say, that there are some other rituals going on. This is a worldwide ritual, this Valentine's Day thing. So this actually opens up, the more people celebrate it, this opens up more things for other things to happen. It's like a whole love spell on the whole world. Ah, on a large scale. So, yeah, okay. Like I said, remember when I was just saying this song? Well, for right now. So, yeah. Remember when I was saying, like, that's what it was. I kept calling, I said Beetlejuice, right? So I wrote down my notes on this tissue, because I done wrote on just about everything that was to the right of me. I gotta get my legal pads. I done moved them somewhere. Okay, so I wrote all of this here. I like to let you see that I actually wrote some shit down, because like I seriously have to write it down. So now I'm just thinking, when I said the small scale thing, and then I said it's like we're on a big scale. We're having a big scale love spell, right? It is. And then I was like, remember when I said Baltimore is like, looks like a small Ouija board in the middle of the United States? Small scale. Now, we know we have people that like, they see big things and they're able to scale them down and make small replicas of them. Hear me out. Hear me out. Say that there's somebody who has a small scale America. Same thing that was in Beetlejuice. Remember in Beetlejuice, when they used to go into the attic, when she used to go hang with the Walking Dead, which was Beetlejuice. When she used to hang with the Walking Dead, which was Beetlejuice, they used to deal with what? A small scale of the whole entire town. I don't know if it was a town or the world, but they had a small scale world in the attic on the table. Right? Remember in Men in Black, at the end, when they came out of the locker and they realized that they came out of a locker, the small people came out of a locker, but what if we were in an even bigger locker? And what if that was the infinite reality for everybody, right? You got to be kind of a nerd to follow me right now. You've got to kind of be a movie buff as well. Like you have to be able to think. I hope your thinking is on because I'm in the rabbit hole. I'm actively in there right now and I'm seeing the past and the future all at the same time. I'm in here. Okay, so it's like small scale. Remember when I said Baltimore might be a small scale Ouija board in the middle of America? Because you could see it. It's like right there. So then what if America was a bigger board for the rest of the world? I don't know what's going on. If you think somebody is the reason you have an eating disorder, you need to cut cords. You need to stay away from this person. You need to cleanse yourself. Maybe do a purging. Drink more water. Meditate. Surrender to whatever it is you need to do. Cleanse your do a cleanse, hygienic, if you know hygienically, if you know you're still laying down with certain people who have certain practices that do not align with you, stop laying down with them. Take some time out to yourself. Find a hobby, find something to purify and take away all the intrusive thoughts that you might have. Try not to lean on substances, as that probably won't do you any good. That'll just give you another problem and another bill, especially if it costs any money. So try to purge yourself of impurities and outside influences and validation. And go inside with yourself. Write down the questions that you need to ask yourself. Write down the things that have changed. Write down the things that you need to change. Write down what happens when this person is around. Write down what's happening when this person isn't around. And you will be able to answer your own question. And I hope this helps you and you're able to eat a meal. And sometimes the eating disorder just means that you need to stop certain things. You need to stop certain tweaks. And if you go in with a person, if you're around a person, that's the reason, and that person's presence makes your appetite change, then you already have your answer. You just want somebody to make you feel better about it. There you go. That's that. What you say, Fred, and you took it back. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Beetlejuice. Remember that they had that table where they was on that big scale table, and everything that they did on that table pretty much played out. But then there was a little realm in between in which you could not see, where they had the sandworms. That's like purgatory or something like that. Yeah, that type of situation. So, somebody's definitely in purgatory. Somebody's stuck in the sandworms. They're running from illusions, I should say. They're running from illusions. You think I was made for you? Well, only God can judge us. Let's see what happens. All right, so yeah, I think it's a small scale situation that's actually big. There's somebody pulling strings. There's a steering wheel in someone's back. They're steering the bigger picture. Someone is using the proposed chaos to put in some type of controls. I don't know if it's an international. I don't even know if it's local. I don't even know if it's just an isolated event, but it is happening. It's like somebody has a blueprint or a small scale model of how they want things to go, and this is how it's supposed to be acted out in a big scale somewhere else. Right. Excuse me, I'm burping karma. So I'm hitting on something. It's like Beetlejuice. I remember how Beetlejuice was. Beetlejuice was a tortured spirit. He was a spirit that wasn't allowed to leave the earth. He was tethered to the earth because he had unfinished business. However, he'd done so many things he couldn't leave the earth because he was stuck in a perpetual loop. And he came back to help this weird girl relate to people. Lydia was a medium. And Beetlejuice was a wretched soul. He was a wretched soul. Really bad. Really bad. He promised the girl he would marry her. He future faked with somebody, and I think she was chasing him through there too. And I think she put a hex on him, and I think that's how that happened. So we've got some modern day Beetlejuices running around with modern day witches, and these witches are putting hexes on these men. And these men are also like Beetlejuices. They're not doing anything. Remember, he had a whole strip club sitting in the middle of the thank you. He had a whole strip club sitting in the middle of the damn scale mod, the small scale model in the village, didn't he? Remember? And he kept trying to get everybody to go to the house, remember? He was really like that movie was fun. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Yeah, so it's like that. Tunchi, two chain, Tunchi and 2 Chainz. All right, told that you mother, right. Hey, all right. I don't know where. Like, I just got a whole. I told it you mother, right. I'm right, so I'm right. I'm right. Okay, so no, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want him over my house. He was a pain to get rid of. He was a pain to get rid of. Remember how all that stuff went? So somebody's doing like rituals. Like there's somebody that's real serious. Like somebody is a hardcore. They do magic. Like it's a gin. Somebody with a bottle though. It's somebody with a bottle with an alcohol problem. They're gonna drink so much they're gonna end up in the bottom of that bottle, like inside that bottle, stuck inside that bottle. And then there's going to be a cork, and then they're going to be caught in there forever. But that's how they got that's how they get the gin back in the bottle. They get him to sip his own smoke. They get him to take his own thing, and he goes back into the bottle, and he's trapped forever. Remember when you see My Genie? I used to watch My Genie, My Fair Genie. Genie. Bewitched. Bewitched. Okay, so we got Beetlejuice. We got a lot of stuff on the thing. I think the kids that are us latchkey kids, we knew more than what we thought we knew. We didn't even know what we were thinking about. We only needed our imagination to get it out because somebody was trying to tell us something. We had the shows to show us. We had Bewitched. And remember, I told you about the Roman and the roots. When you go into, you do as the Romans do, but the Romans do roots. I don't do the roots. So there's a lot of people been doing roots, and this is what this holiday, this is what that Valentine's Day is. That's basically roots. So a lot of people who went in and did they thing, they did it right. They put that 360 in their back and all of that stuff. So that was basically the root. So you probably added into something unbeknownst to you on Valentine's Day. Somebody, there's an overall something that gets power from whatever's done on Valentine's Day. Beyond the money that's being spent, it's a spirit that dredges up on Valentine's Day. It's lust, it's jealousy, and envy. And you always hear about on the 15th or the 16th, some wife or some husband has gotten divorced, or some like the domestic violence happens. Somebody goes to the extreme over this. So I'm thinking that a lot of the energy that gathers up on Valentine's Day also has a purpose for something else that has nothing to do with love. But it puts money in people's pockets. Perhaps lawyers, divorce lawyers, and doctors, because they get to deal with the babies. They get to make surgeries. They get to plan for C-sections. They also get to plan for miscarriages. They also get to plan at the mortuary. They get to plan there because some people will definitely end up there. Some people will definitely end up in the emergency room. I don't think the bars did as good this much this year. Certain businesses didn't do as good this year because of the Valentine's things. I think people are starting to wake up to the Valentine's is for like the person who doesn't do a lot, who basically breadcrumbs all year to try to do the most and see if they can catch someone unawares or sniffing the vapors of Valentine's and thinking that this is going to be a lucky day. But honestly, any day can be a lucky day if you're really going to do it right. Right. Then that's okay. But it's the small scale stuff. It's, I think it's the day where the lames, the people who are left out, are trying to get drug in and included into this bull crap, even though they don't know that they're being brought into an illusion of sorts. Because if you don't know love, you don't know love. What difference is the day? This programming is weird. I can't cuss your app out. I don't want your karma. I can't do your dirt for you. Write a good Dear John letter and use really good words and mean all the opposite. And I'm pretty sure they'll get the point. They'll get the point. Like make it so dripping and sugary that it's got to be obvious that you're pulling their damn leg. You can do that. And we can both keep our hands clean, but I'm not going to lay my life on the line for you. I know better than that. Five on the screen. There's a 10. Why you want me to cuss your app out anyway? It's your app. You're giving your app too many fucks. Too many fucks to give. I'll say a word. No. No. But I think I've given you the abstract of the thing because I guess you can make your own painting based on what I said because it's the Beetlejuice situation, it's the small scale situation, it's the fact so somebody's trying to put a voodoo doll on you or me or some damn body. I don't know. Are you allowed to damn cuss? I don't got control of you. I don't know who you are. But if you do it, make it look sexy. Because if I got to cuss you out, I'm going to make it look sexy. Hey, I'm going to make it look sexy. I'm going to opt out with my cop out because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I don't even know who your op is. Don't want to know who your op is. I don't even want your op to become my op because I got my own ops. And I don't want to know them either, honestly. Oh, I gotta go. The baby calling. Why am I laughing? Because I'm waiting for you to go cuss out your app. Not unless I'm your app and you want to cuss me out, go and cuss me out. I ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. Because if you have to cuss me out, I'm going to make it look sexy. I'm going to make it look sexy. It is funny. How you going to tell me what's funny when I'm laughing? I'm trying to frown, but I want to laugh. Whew. Oh gosh. All right. I don't know that. You need to be calling 911. Why are you fussing at me? Call 911. Run. Leave. I'm putting you on. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you on. Run. Run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. Run. No, seriously. If she physically hurting you, why don't you just get up and walk away? The same way that you're allowed to get on and look at another woman and Shit, she might hit you in your head because you're looking at me. You might be doing some shit. Now, I ain't say she right. But what I'm going to say is, get your ass up and leave. Call 911. Find somewhere else to be. Stop talking to the person. Block them. I told a teacher, but she bribed him. You seem to be in a sucky place here. And the teacher needs to lose their job if they're not going to do it. But if you're thinking that I'm the teacher, I'm not your teacher. Because you're not learning. I don't keep beating a dead horse. She also did turn her in, like reporter. Like, I don't know what to do. If you got proof, reporter. Like, go and do what you got to do. I don't know what you're going to do because I've got my own damn stalkers and I just be laughing at them. Because I don't even understand what the hell they're stalking me for. You're probably stalking me because some loser lost, or you're stalking me because I told somebody no and they didn't want to take my no, so they went and told everybody a bunch of bull crap to have people stalk me. So, I mean, you never know why people are stalking you. Some people are bored. Some people, like, they just don't like you, so they come to do anything. No, I'm not cussing. I don't know who the person is. Why you want me to cuss out of that? Hey, I'm not Tia Kemp. You better I'm the wrong Yonti. I'm not the Yonti that cusses people out. You cannot send me. They don't pay me enough. You haven't even sent me a cash app. What I look like doing work for free? You better go and get your woman. That's why she's probably beating you. Because you wanted to do shit for free. Hell no, I ain't doing it. You better call Yonti. She getting paid for it. No thank you. No thank you. That is so funny. Like, no. What a maroon. Nope. If I gotta pop out, I'm gonna make it look sexy. Woo. I'm gonna make it look sexy. Did anybody buy the book? I'm not even like paying his personal money, trying to solicit me for cussing out. Oh. Thank you, dearling. Inside gossip. Don't forget to get your book. Get your book. Get your book. Don't forget to get your book. It's a really, really good look. Don't forget to get your book. Just the book. Just your book. Hey, Then you say random cuss words so you can let your anger out. Like, why do I gotta say it? Why do I got to say it? I'm so playful this morning. I wonder what I'm gonna make for breakfast. I took out some chicken wings. I might make some. I cannot betray the word of my gid. So if you're not allowing me and not allowed to cuss, why would you try to lead me down a dark path? Like, come on, man. You're not a friend of mine. You're a foe. You're trying to lead me somewhere where you don't want to go. That doesn't make any sense. So you're trying to make me do your dirty work for you. You see how a person can come in to agreement with you and decide to push you in front of the train. You understand understand how you're doing that? I don't imagine you are a friend to any man because you're not a friend to yourself. You would go into counsel with someone and you would decide, guess what? I cussed earlier because I wanted to. I cussed earlier because I'm in agreement with me. I could say, bitch, hoe, slut, and all that stuff because I am not bound to whatever contract you're bound to. So you eat your own dirt. I'm spiritual. I am not religious. Religion means to tie, to bind back, to tie back repeatedly. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? I am not in any constructed religion because I am not binded I am not tied back. I am not bound. I am not binded to those contracts. So you would need to go into agreement with someone else so that you can lead that soul astray. My soul cannot be led by you because obviously you're not leading your own soul. You are a prisoner to your own constraints because you are here begging me to curse at you for punishment. You also seem like a person that would ask me to beat you with a wooden paddle. Are you Catholic? Because this is what is making me see. You seem like a Protestant, a Catholic, someone who likes to do very bad things, and then to satisfy some sick thing, you want to be beaten into submission or beaten for punishment so that you could feel right again. Because this is what it making me feel like. Well, you're scaring me like one. You're definitely scaring me like one. Like, yeah, this is giving me like Hannibal Lecter vibes right now. Yeah, this is what make me think. Fiber beans. That type of shit. No. Get out of here. We will not be silencing this lamb. Oh, here. Okay? We will not be doing that. You are coriander. I don't know what that is. I have to look that up. What is that? Can you compliment me up then? What is going on with you? Still no cash app. Still no donation. You want all these things. You are something. You are something else. Oh boy. I am so glad you are not mine. The discard would be unanimous. The discard would be unanimous, okay? I would not take you on. This is even like, are you that person that like kind of like asked me to peg him like a month or something ago? Because that is weird. Like, that did not go without me seeing. I saw it. I just didn't address it. I was like, what? Like, this is weird. This is weird. So when I see these weird characters right before the word, does that mean you're dumb? I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. You are woman. I am woman. You also don't like type real whole sentences. Big back stupid. Is that what it said? Thug big back stupid. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Trash your mother. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You know, Freddie, I don't know what's going on. You are a beach. You're sand where the water doesn't touch? Oh. I like the beach. I can swim. Be smart. Can you afford it? Thug Bug Backup 4348 is a hater. And I don't think you're a thug. Who does the bending or who does the pillow princess thing? It I mean, they do make good wigs. I mean, most hair places are Chinese place. I ask you for none of your money, Freddie. I'm laughing at these people who are stating obvious things about nothing. It just means that you be give you what? You ain't got no money. How you on here talking about people and bothering people? You ain't got no money. Tia Kemp need to see this. She need to cuss y'all out bothering people. You ain't got no money bothering people first thing in the morning. What you spent it on that Valentine's Day? You gonna cuss somebody out? I thought you would just finish asking me cuss somebody out. So you would get with me if I was broke? I ain't never said that. I didn't say anything, actually. I've just been looking and reading because obviously I need to see things. Call 911. And why are you asking questions when you ain't got no money? You ain't got no money. You want people to show you things. I'm not an OnlyFans girl. You need to look down your hallway or next to yourself in the bed. And if there's nobody there, then that's the answer. Well, that's nice. Then that means you've seen an angel. And that's even more nice is because I skipped the devil because what the hell. Yep, I'm a whole human being and I don't use filters. I look the same way on screen that I do in real life. And it's very interesting how people can come online and actively be jerks, knowing that they have to log off and still walk the earth. That's why I just don't do it. You want a woman to see you and fall in love instantly. Why would she fall in love? What do you have to love? Are you a good person? You're a nice person. What have you done in your life? Are you a good addition to the world at least? I don't know, but the way you acting in this here chat, you might be in the Epstein files, or you might be a person who would be a candidate for the Epstein files because you're acting like really creepy this morning. Really, honestly, you're acting really creepy with a person who does not know you. And if I was in an Epstein file, that means that you're trying to abuse a person who's already survived so much abuse. So that makes you even worse that makes you the scum of the earth if you think that a person needs to be exposed to more criticism and poking and all that other stuff. That means that nobody cares. If you have like the mind of an Epstein and you want me to be like part of that type of thing, you're the scum of the earth. I think a lot of people's childhood from the 70s up until like 95 has been shaped by people who think like Epstein, people who think nothing of a child's innocence. They only want to feed their sexual nature and they molest and they take innocence as they want. And they don't take it because they innately want actual satisfaction. They want dominion. They want power over something. They see something innocent and they want to defile it with whatever need that they have. So I don't want to be around or in the company of anyone who even has that type of situation or even wants to put me or wants to even think about me in that situation, because that says something about the sickness of you. You're a lover, not a fighter, and you would never cheat on me. Okay, would you suffocate me? Would you try to control the things that I did? Would you come up and try to deter me from the things that I wanted to do? These are the things. These are the things, see? And I don't know. This is why I said I'm not ready. I'm definitely not ready. I'm definitely on a defense. Yeah. I'm definitely on a defense. When you come across women who want to see bad things happen to you only because you get to pick certain men, or they want to see bad things happen to you because um, they just don't like you, and then they get men to participate, and then vice versa, when men get women to participate in hating on other women, it's like that whole thing turned me off, because you got women coming at me weirdly because they can't be me, look like me, or do any of the things that I do, or they can't get me to like that weird guy that they're related to or they know. And then you've got men doing the same exact thing. And then they like, hey, well, if you don't want him, take me. And I'm like, you're already a bad person. You've already abused me on the behalf of someone else. So why would I like you? Or you think it's okay. Or you sit there and you allow other men to treat people bad, and you never say anything and you still hang with them. Like, or you got friends that are womenizers, and friends that abuse women, and friends that have touched little girls and all that kind of stuff. And even though you haven't done it, you know about it and you did nothing about it. You're still friends with this person. You still answer their phone calls. I don't want to be around you either. So this is why I'm like, I'm cool on all that, because there are too many people who, even if they haven't done the bad things, they've allowed the bad things, and they've been part of the bad things, and they've said the bad things that made more bad things happen. So it's like, and I remember when I used to hang with some really bad females. I used to hang with females that talked about each other, and then and then they're gonna talk about you the minute you leave the room, and they would be all, and then the one woman that they just talked about would come back in the room, and they'd be smiling all in our face, and I'd be like, oh my god, and it's like, nah, I don't want to be around none of y'all, because y'all talk about each other and y'all do bad to each other. So I know when I leave the room, even though I'm not doing bad to anyone, you guys are going to put all that stuff on me. And even if you don't, somebody's going to think that I'm doing bad because I'm around you all. So it's like I had to stop hanging with people. So yeah, you know, I am yes with God and I am no with the world right now. So it's like really uncomfortable. Look, I have a dead battery. I'm going to subscribe so I can see you again. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, Fred. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Um, well, start coming more and we'll just talk. Okay, Fred? And let's just make sure everyone that was here, great, happy, go and charge your phone. And I'm going to go make some breakfast and do some good stuff on a Sunday, because it's Sunday. And I think I'm going to play in the dirt. I got some plants I need to tend to. My fiery snow mountain bush is definitely on the rise. She hasn't turned fiery yet, but she's growing and she's green and she's beautiful. I love the Japanese species of plants. They're pretty and they always turn pink. Until next time, don't spin. Don't come for me because somebody's spinning you. And don't spin. Somebody's spiraling. Unspiral yourself.